Hey guys, welcome to the latest installment of Ask Coach Mike, where this time the topic turns towards training frequency. I've got a question here from Jason from Connecticut, and he writes in and he asks, Dear Coach Mike, I'm kind of new to this whole training thing, so I'm wondering how many times per week you recommend that I work out. Well, Jason, this is a really good question and one that I get asked a lot. And the truth is, there are a lot of different variables involved here. Number one, the first thing you want to look at is how old you are, but not just in terms of your chronological age, but your training age as well. That means how much experience you actually have. Now, you just admitted that you're kind of new to this whole thing, so you're definitely going to want to just try to get by with a couple of workouts per week, as opposed to someone who did have more training experience and may be able to train multiple times. Secondly, it really matters where you are in your competitive season. For example, in the off season, that's the time where you're really looking to make wholesale changes in things like strength, speed, and power. So you're going to want to be training more frequently. Now when you're in season, the focus shifts more to maintaining your level of fitness as well as injury prevention. So once again there, just a couple of workouts per week will usually suffice. And finally, it really depends on what you're doing when you're actually training. Now hopefully what you're doing is spending a lot of time on large muscle group compound movements. Things like various types of squatting, lunging variations, vertical and horizontal pushing, pulling, lots of rows and such, and not spending your time chasing after isolation movements like lots of bicep curls and tricep extensions and things of that nature, as that kind of stuff really has very little functional carryover to what you're doing on the field of play. So to sum up, it really depends on your level of training experience, where you are in your competitive season, and what you're actually doing when you're working out. As a general rule of thumb, for most young athletes who are just starting out, usually 2 to 3 total body workouts will suffice just fine. And then you can always work on ramping things up a bit when you get a little older, a little bit stronger, and you get a little bit more serious about going after a particular goal. That does it for this time. Stay tuned for the next installment and keep sending those questions in, because next time I might be answering yours. I'll see you later.